pleasure to introduce Ms. Grace Milligan to open our 2016 graduation ceremony with an invocation. Grace is a daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jeff and Rebecca Milligan. Grace's future plans are to attend St. Mary's College to study biology or psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Milligan.
Please join me in bowing your heads. Glorious and loving God, today we thank you for the precious and invaluable gifts of wisdom, knowledge, and education. We are blessed that we have been given the opportunities to learn and grow as individuals, not only in academics, but in life. Today we remember your love as we share the impressive accomplishment of graduation with the families, friends, teachers, and fellow students who have helped shape us and helped teach us over the years. As we venture into our promising futures, we ask that each of us find fulfillment and make a difference in the world on whatever path we choose to pursue. We ask that each of us garner the courage to pursue our passions. We ask that each of us harbor the wisdom to make choices that are best for us. We ask that each of us obtain the strength to overcome any adversity we may face. We ask that each of us practice kindness and compassion towards others and ourselves. We ask that each of us bear grateful and hardworking hearts. And, most importantly, for the entirety of our lives, we ask that we find belief in ourselves. We ask that we may be bold enough to create a life that is both beautiful and meaningful to us. May God bless the class of 2016, their families, friends, and teachers, and may we all achieve greatness by setting an example of compassion, integrity, and personal success in this world. In God's most holy name, amen.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 53rd commencement ceremony of Twin Lakes High School. I'm Tim Miller, principal of the high school, and joining us in our celebration of the class of 2016 are our Twin Lakes School Corporation Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Thomas Fletcher, Assistant Principal Mrs. Melissa Whitehead, Dean of Students Assistants Mr. Chip Dale, Mrs. Desiree Swain, and Mr. Luke Spencer. Guidance Director Ms. Samantha Bradfield, and counselors Mrs. Susan Wilbanks, Ms. Jess Holliker, Twin Lakes School Corporation educators, K through 12, parents, family members, and friends. It's an honor and a privilege for all of us to share this special occasion with you. We ask everyone to respect the importance of this ceremony and to refrain from making inappropriate sounds or remarks during the program. Please silence your cell phone at this time. We want to ensure that the graduates and their families hear all the wonderful speeches and performances from our band and choir. Thank you. The members of the Twin Lakes School Corporation Board of Trustees sitting on stage here share in congratulating our graduates today. They are proud of the class of 2016 and of all your accomplishments. Please join me in showing our appreciation for the school board's leadership and guidance they have provided our graduates over the years with a round of applause. We want to recognize the Twin Lakes School Corporation educators who are here with us today, sharing the special occasion with you. Our teachers are committed to cultivating the skills, knowledge, and desire for our children to be a part of something great. These educators have spent countless hours and efforts in working with our youth, and we are so pleased they are here to send our graduates off to pursue their passions. There's a reason Twin Lakes High School has earned the recognition of being awarded a 4-star school high school by the Department of Education. Through your teachers, you have been inspired to have the confidence and determination to seek out your life dreams. As educators, there's nothing more important to us than seeing each of you be successful in your life calling. So class of 2016, please stand and turn to face the very educators you have invited here today and give them a round of applause for all they've done for you. Thank you, educators. Thank you. Please be seated, class of 2016. Graduation is a time in which many of us reflect, and I did a lot of reflecting about all of you. As we went through graduation rehearsal, worked on putting diplomas together, and assisted in awarding the many scholarships to your class on achievement night last night. Graduating high school is a big deal. It's among the most important milestones in life. That's because it's a product of many conscious and unconscious choices and decisions. To study for an exam, or binge watch another episode of The Walking Dead, like Mrs. Shaw, to get up and go to practice on a Saturday morning or sleep in, they're all choices. They're all decisions that you make. They have all been a part of your path to graduation. Milestones always represent times in our lives when we should look backward and tell ourselves that we really have done the right thing, sometimes when it wasn't easy. Milestones also enable us to look forward to promises of good things to come. For the moment, I'd like to reflect on a few things your education at Twin Lakes High School should have taught you. Your experiences here should have given you a sense of the common values and beliefs that unite all of us. As different as we are from one another, we are also more alike in many astonishing ways. All of us value love, trust, integrity, honesty, and much more. We realize these commonalities only when we share, as your class has, real-world experiences in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. And just look at what you've accomplished through realizing such commonalities. State band, choir, and drumline performances, a competitive Twin Lakes welding team, countless sectional and regional wins, National Honor Society raising $10,000, and tons of money raised by Dance Marathon, and I could go on and on. You're amazing individuals, and even more amazing when working together. Your education here should have also taught you that knowledge and skills are not enough. It's how we use the knowledge we gain that counts. That's called wisdom. Wisdom to do the right things, not just do things right. Wisdom, in turn, must be combined with courage, the willingness to act on principle, not moral expediency, and compassion, a genuine concern for the well-being of others. Wisdom, courage, and compassion together are the foundations for a good, productive life, a life I wish for each and every one of you. Continue to keep that passion for helping others and doing the right things, even when it's hard. And finally, it's now time to look forward to when your education will make it possible for you to participate in the many benefits that are a part of our country. Whether you're continuing your education, joining the military, or joining the workforce. It's important to remember that you will be judged not on whether you took the best from the world, but whether you gave your best. We hope that what you have learned here will make it possible for all of you to do just that. Give your best. Each of you are now and forever a Twin Lakes Indian, and Twin Lakes Indians always give their best. Enjoy every moment of this big deal milestone. We are proud of all you have done and yet to do. You are a big deal. You are a Twin Lakes Indian. Congratulations, class of 2016, and best wishes. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Larry Crabb, President of the Twin Lakes School Corporation Board of Trustees, to share a congratulatory message. Following Mr. Crabb's remarks, Twin Lakes School Corporation Superintendent Dr. Tom Fletcher will then share his message. Mr. Crabb.
Welcome everyone to today's ceremony. I would be remiss if I didn't think back 12 years ago when the Twin Lakes Board of School Trustees was looking for a superintendent. 12 years ago, that board brought on board with us here at Twin Lakes Dr. Tom Fletcher. Dr. Fletcher returned because he had been an elementary principal here. He had also been assistant superintendent, moved on to his hometown Tipton, where he became superintendent. And for some reason, you people here and your parents, he saw a reason to come back. And thank God that he did, because probably one of the biggest obligations of a school board is to hire a superintendent. So I think at this time it would be appropriate that we welcome Tom. He's going to talk here in a minute, but I think on behalf of the administration, we certainly appreciate everything Tom's done. We've been in a superintendent search, and we've reached that point, and Tom's been very valuable to us. So at this time, I'd like Tom to stand. I'd also like his wife, Kim, to please stand, because she returned to Monticello with him, and we acknowledge his presence. To the class of 16, when the things happen to you that aren't exactly what you'd hoped for, there are a number of ways you can respond. But there's only one response that will help you to move on toward a promise of a new day full of opportunities. Get over it, get up, and try again. Olympian Eric Little once said, "In the dust of defeat, as well as the laurels of victory, there is glory to be found if one has done his or her best." All of you can make a difference in this world right where you are. Find a place where you can plug in and help. We've become a society that jumps to conclusion instantly based on an endless stream of information. 24-hour news coverage, blogs, tweets, emails, text messages seems to fly around non-stopping, giving us immediate access to information that plays into the decisions that we make. Please remember, conflict is unavoidable. Without compromising what you believe, the next time you face a conflict, find a way to build bridges to settle the issue. Civility has a lot to do with the words you choose and how you present them. You may disagree with others about a lot of things, but how you disagree has the ability to draw you together or drive you apart. The communication tools available to us today are wonderful. It's great to be able to be in touch with people anywhere, anytime, and we wouldn't want to go back to being unable to contact somebody easily. Words of warning. When we start to depend on technology as a substitute for one-on-one relationships with each other, we're missing an important key. Don't forsake the benefits of true interaction. We need to make sure we're not so connected with everything out there that we miss the chance to connect with people directly in front of us. In summary, my wife has 3 stones that's in one of her flower gardens, and that's what my speech is about, so it's going to be short. Oh, I've been talking, I realize that. These 3 stones have written on them 3 things: rejoice, love, and faith. I would challenge you, and I know your attitude of rejoicing today is going to follow in the future. Graduation is a stepping stone into the next chapter of your lives, and you're to be congratulated for this accomplishment. I would also hope you never lose your ability to not only give love, but learn how to receive love. Lastly, I hope you never lose faith in your education, your family, your country, and you will always strive to do your best because you're a Twin Lakes Indian. Values are a choice, and some of society's price tags cost. What are you willing to pay today? Choose what's good, true, and lasting. Congratulations to the class of 2016.
Thank you, Mr. Crabb. It's been nice working with you. It gives me great pleasure and pride to extend my congratulations to the Twin Lakes High School graduating class of 16 also. Graduation is a very special day, and we gather here today to celebrate your accomplishments, and we are delighted to be a part of your lives. I would like to thank and congratulate your parents, your grandparents, other relatives and friends who helped prepare you for this day. So, parents, grandparents, friends, relatives, please stand. And graduates, let's thank them for their support. I would also like to thank our school board for their leadership. Thank you. I would like to thank our administrators, Mrs. Miller, Mrs. Whitehead, and Mr. Adams. Thank you. Your counselors worked very hard for you over the last 4 years. Let's thank Mrs. Bradfield, Mrs. Wilbanks, Ms. Horticare, and Mrs. Perry. Thank you, counselors. We have a teacher now that's helping us with the auditorium. Her name is Natalie Scott. Let's thank Ms. Scott for her help with graduation. Class sponsors, can't do it without you. Let's thank Mrs. Conrad, Mr. Gilbert, Mr. Brown, Mr. Vogt, and Mr. Spencer. Thank you. One of the best high schools in the state for fine arts and music. Let's thank Mr. Crowder and Mrs. Saylor. I'd also like to thank all the teachers, not just the ones here, but every teacher that we have in Twin Lakes, K-12, for educating you. This year, the seniors are going to be given an opportunity to be invited after you throw your hats to come back to the cafeteria for a reception with our teachers. Please take the time to come back and greet your teacher. All Twin Lakes educators in the audience, regardless where you teach, please stand up. All educators, please stand up. Let's thank all educators present today. The senior class has some amazing students, and they have chosen wonderful leaders. So I would like to acknowledge them. We have Trevor Brown, the class president. Please stand and remain standing. We have Grace Milligan, the vice president. Jocelyn Underhill, the secretary. Grace Milligan, the student council and student body president. And Hannah Hazelby, the secretary. Let's thank your officers. Have you read about their motto in your program? Have you read about their motto? Their motto is a quote from William Shakespeare. To thine own self be true. To thine own self be true. That's a quote from Hamlet. William Shakespeare wrote that tragedy in 1604, over 400 years ago, and we're still quoting Shakespeare. He must have been an amazing citizen back in those days. I thought it would be fun to fast forward for a minute and bring William Shakespeare into our world today. So, if Shakespeare were here today, what kind of quotes would he include in his new plays? Interesting thought. I believe that he would write about the importance of digital citizenship, a word that we didn't even know what that was 10 years ago. The digital world that we live in. How about these messages? Would he say, do not share your password? Would he say, be careful who you like on Facebook? Would he say, leave tweeting to the birds? Would he say, a post on Snapchat really never dies? I'm not even sure what Snapchat is, but they tell me it never dies. Would he say Instagram pictures will be viewed by your future employers? Now that's an interesting thought. Do you want us to see what you were doing back when you were in high school? I would say, save your graduation money for a rainy day. And of course, he would probably say, to thine own self be true. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly wish that you will always believe in yourself, that you will cherish these friends you have now forever, that your dreams will come true, and that you will make a positive difference in whatever road and pathways you choose. It is now time to broaden your world, to discover new ideas, and to make a wonderful impact on this world we live in. To the graduates of 2016, on behalf of our school board, our administrators, and again, our wonderful teachers, we wish you a future filled with happiness and success. And thank you, and God bless you.
I am pleased to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Trevor Brown, to you. Trevor is the senior class president and the son of Mr. and Mrs. Larry and Tina Brown. Trevor's future plans are to attend Indiana University to study law and public policy. Trevor.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start off my speech by congratulating my fellow classmates on this major accomplishment. I also think that it's important to recognize all the people that have guided and shaped us along the way. To our teachers, parents, families, and everyone else who positively affected all of our lives, thank you. Personally, I know that my own graduation would not be possible had it not been for my parents, Tina and Larry Brown, my sister Tiffany, and all of the great educators I've had over my 13 years at Twin Lakes School Corporation, and the amazing friends that I've been able to grow up with. Had it not been for Tiffany dragging me out of bed every morning, I honestly don't think I'd ever been able to make it to school. And I'm sure that anyone who's ever tried to wake me up can vouch for that. I also don't know if my graduation would be possible if my parents weren't constantly checking me and putting me in line. So I just would like to especially thank them, because even I know that must have been a hard job at times. Graduation is a time where academic education is highlighted and awarded. In my time at Twin Lakes High School, I can absolutely say that I received a great education. However, my education wasn't limited to just science or math or language. The education I got in my 4 years here was truly all-encompassing. The friends I've met here and the memories I've made have taught me more than any one class ever could. Between spring breaks, always going out to eat, and hanging out in the cave, my friends have always been there for me. Granted, we didn't always make the best decisions, or even the right ones, but I can say without a doubt, we always made the fun choice. And the memories I made all those times are things I wouldn't change for the world. I think the way a lot of us feel about graduation can be summed up in a quote from my favorite show, The Office. In the series finale, Andy Bernard said, "I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them." For a lot of us, I think the hardest thing about today is the uncertainty of our futures. It's easy to understand why. Monticello and Twin Lakes are home to us. They're what we know, and they're where we feel most comfortable. And for a lot of us, our friends in high school have been all we've known. So the prospect of leaving all that for a world with no certainty and no promise of success is terrifying. However, we can't let the nostalgia and the longing we have for the good old days hold us back and prevent us from experiencing the many more to come. So as we set out and begin our lives, I ask you all to cherish this amazing period in your life, but to keep striving. Because I truly believe that the best days for all of us are yet to come. Thank you.
We would like to introduce to you our salutatorian, Mr. Caleb Brusowitz. Caleb is the son of Mr. Kevin Brusowitz and Mrs. Christy Bixler. Caleb's future plans are to attend Purdue University and major in biology and pre-med. Caleb.
Firstly, I would like to thank each and every one of you who have taken the time out of your busy schedules to be here today to participate in the ceremony for the 2016 graduating class of Twin Lakes High School. I, as I'm sure my peers sitting right before me, appreciate all the support we have received from our numerous friends, family, and staff here at Twin Lakes. You have been here with us up until this day, and none of us would be up here today if it wasn't for the continuous support you have given us as we have grown throughout the many years. Fellow classmates, we are gathered here today not only to celebrate our high school graduation, but also to celebrate the beginning of the newest chapter in our lives. Today, we all realize that we are now ready to cross that threshold into adulthood. We have all accomplished so much throughout our lives thus far to be here where we are today, and now it is time that we leave the comfort of our caretakers to begin lives of our own. Every single one of us 2016 graduates have to choose a path to follow in life if we have not yet done so already. Some of us will travel around the world, while others will stay right here in Monticello. Some will join the military or the workforce, while others will go off to college next year. My fellow graduates, I know without a doubt that many of you sitting here today are thrilled to be leaving Twin Lakes. But I advise you to take the time to look around and remember this moment, because this will probably be the last time that you will ever see many of these people. People who you have gotten to know quite well throughout the years together at Twin Lakes, people who have shaped us into the citizens we are today. Now go on, live your lives to the fullest. Don't ever let anyone stand in your way of accomplishing your hopes and dreams. Always hold your head up high, never take no for an answer. But most of all, be yourself, and do not forget about everyone that stood by your side to get you to where you are today. Do not forget about everything you have done to reach this point, and always strive to be the best you can be. I wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and it has been an honor to be with you all today. Thank you.
my honor and pleasure to introduce the class of 2016 Twin Lakes High School Valedictorian, Miss Amanda Thayer. Amanda is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jim and Chris Thayer. Her future plans are to attend Indiana University to major in exercise science and pre-med. Ladies and gentlemen, Amanda Thayer.
Wow. When they told me I would be giving a speech for graduation, I was thinking, oh boy. Naturally, I started opening picture books. Please bear with me. So at a loss for words, I thought I'd share with you some advice from one of the most astute and profound writers of the 20th century, Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. Let's just take a look at some of the places we've already gone as a class, what we've accomplished. We've won plenty of sports tournaments, musical competitions. We've raised thousands of dollars for charities we care about. Some of us have even become certified CNAs. With the help of our parents, teachers, leaders, and administrators, we've already reached some really great heights, and we've made an impact on the community around us and the people that we know and love. But this is just the beginning for us. Soon we're going to be on our own, doing grown-up things like getting a job, buying groceries, flossing, and especially for me, waking up in the morning without your parents there to yell at you until you wake up. It's all up to us now, but we're limitless. What's next? Where are we going to go? Should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4? Or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. As time passed in high school, it seemed like everyone else knew who they wanted to be and what they wanted to do in their lives. And then there's me waiting until the November 1st deadline to declare a college major. But I don't think I'm in the minority when I say I don't have it figured out. We've all got adventures to take and discoveries to make, and the world is out there waiting for us. So even if we don't know exactly what the road ahead looks like, we're all going to figure it out. And will you succeed? Yes, you will. 98 3/4% guaranteed. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Guys, we did it. Let's hear it for the class of 2016.
Dr. Fletcher, as principal of Twin Lakes High School, I hereby certify that the graduates sitting here today, Saturday, May 28, 2016, have met the requirements as prescribed by the Indiana Department of Education and the Twin Lakes Board of Trustees. Therefore, it is my privilege and honor to present to you the class of 2016. They are now ready to receive a diploma or certificate of completion, signifying that each one has successfully completed the requirements of Twin Lakes High School. It's also my pleasure to introduce Twin Lakes Assistant Principal, Mrs. Melissa Whitehead, to present the individual graduates to Dr. Fletcher to receive their diploma. Mrs. Whitehead.
First row, please stand. Amanda Suzanne Thayer. Spencer Cash Andrews. Elizabeth Soto. Elmer Enrique Acosta. Corby Harling Shazar. Price Allen Bear. Yadira Diaz Romero. Devin McLeod Beiswinger. Brianna Marie Rude. Connor Isaac Kane. Peyton Michelle Nedler. Christopher David Cardwell. Erica De Leon. Bailey Jordan Carter. Tiffany Malin Brown. Trevor Michael Brown. Grace Catherine Milligan. Caleb John Brusewitz. Jacob Dean Arthur. Bronwyn Elise Bates. Christopher Thaddeus Chavez. Madeline K. Lilly. Bryce Edward Cummins. Allison Renee Stepp. Zachary Simon Day. Rachel Lee Allen. Adam Michael Ragu. Autumn Michaela Clark. Ian Christian Irwin. Karina Astudio. Eric Daniel Espinosa. Lindsay Stacy Ayala. Marlon William Ayala. Kara Ann Bailey. Bryce Christian Gallion. Kara Lynn Blevins. Haley Dawn Ziskowski. Gordon Michael Craig. Brianna Dawn Clemens. Connor David Gutwein. Taylor Ann Connell. Christian Alexander Hall. Rachel Lynn Cudworth. Alexander Nicholas Halson. Caitlin Nicole Altman. Hunter Nicholas Haygood. Stephen Isaac Herrera. Allie Elizabeth Ezra. Jonathan Tiberius Hoover. Jennifer Garcia. Jacob Michael Laha. Brianne Nicole Caldwell. Dylan Thomas Grassmeyer. Blake Evan Parker. Caitlin Leona Hadabal. Robert Keith Hadabal. Maria Elizabeth Garcia. Evan John Lazatter. Emma Catherine Mannion. Elijah Roy Martin. Kaylee Ray Dix. Garrett Wayne Hayden. Megan Brianne Hodge. Riley Matthew Marvin. Caitlin Marie Foster. Christopher Gage McCracken. Caitlin Amanda Franklin. Tristan Edward Mitchell. Cassie Ann Hunt. Dane Daniel Holmes. Ashley Brooks Marlette. Yanira Vanessa Martinez Acosta. Christopher Wayne Ford Lewis. Hannah Linda Hazelby. Austin Daniel Loges. Hannah Grace Hill. Cody Allen Abasti. Whitley Addison Moeller. Hector Ocampo. Mackenzie Elaine Oman. Joelle Ochoa. Bernice Orozco. Brandon Charles Phelps. Brianna Nicole Ortega. Nathan John Rayburn. Patricia Ann Lade. Jacob Alexander Morellis. Halston Alexis Lahaki. Tyler Hawken Morrison. Jacob Michael Murray. Indy Esperanza Medina Membrano. Justin Dow Nagy. Kylie Jo Miller. Robert Anthony Neal. Hannah Marie Seeley. Lane Michael Robertson. Sierra Nicole St. Clair. Kyle Eric Roden. Elizabeth Ann Cebedos. Matthew Drake Marks. Lauren Parker Wazinski. Reese Patrick Shireman. Jasmine Demonique Perez. Alan Ray Davis. Stephanie Carol Pearson. Bradley David Wright. Aurora Minix. Autumn Nicole Street. Bailey Matthew Rothrock. Hannah Louise Mesker. Samuel Joseph Ryan. Bethany Ann Glenn. Jaden Walter McFarland. Bailey Dawn Roller. Joseph Allen Scott. Brittany Nicole Prince. Elijah James Tribbett. Ashley Nicole Shepard. Cody William Smith. Haley Nicole Sargent. Jordan Michael Smith. Jessica Marie Schultz. Matthew Robert Topp. Jacqueline Alexi Schroeder. Michael Dean Sunday. Jalen Louise Schick. Kaylee Nicole Summers. Ashley Anai Soto. Cheyenne Lee Stiles. Riley Renee White. Cody Wayne Widener. Mary Grace Winkle. Kaz McKay Ziesnes. Dakota Yvonne Marie Wook. Derek Michael Roberts. Foreign exchange student receiving an honorary diploma, Lynn Kahn Victoria Johansson. Colin Michael Weatherholt. Jocelyn Mays Underhill. Kaylee Brianne Reitzman. Tina Louise Ward. Jessica Marie Werner.
Once again, it's my honor to bring the class of 2016's Valedictorian, Amanda Thayer, to the stage for the changing of tassels. Will the class of 2016 please rise? Amanda, in the class of 2016, please take your left hand and move your graduation tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap so the tassel is hanging over your heart. Congratulations, and may God bless you. Please be seated, class of 2016. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce Mr. Spencer Andrews to close our ceremony with a commencement benediction. Spencer is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Scott and Meg Andrews. Spencer's future plans are to attend Indiana University to study biology. Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Andrews.
Will you please bow your heads with me? Dear Lord, as we come together today, we thank you for your many blessings throughout our high school career. High school has been quite a ride, and you have been alongside us the whole time. I pray that you bless all of the students starting a new journey in life today. Guide each of us as we walk along the pathways of our futures. May our many gifts and talents be used for the betterment of the world and your glory. May you continue to send blessings in our directions so that we may each reach our dreams. Thank you, Lord, for our many fortunes, and bless our futures. Amen.